Hi, this is my live video. Aiden is joining me with his nachos because he's happy. um, this video, it's know you're worthy. It's not know your worth. When you say know your worth, to me that sounds like know that there's a limited value on you based on what you already possess. Whether it's your education, whether it's your bank statement, that says know your worth. That's where you stop. For me, know you're worthy. It was a concept that was given to me a few months back. This really, really great guy that I was talking to, he said his word for me was worthy. And it wasn't in a way that says, okay, know that you're worthy. It was, you're worthy. And that was powerful. It's been something that's been kind of absorbed and spat out and kind of chewed on for the last few months, because how often do we think of ourselves as worthy rather than our worth? For the longest time, for me, that was my education. Getting my degree was a big deal for me. Not to say that, oh, this is my degree, but it was this idea that I worked for it. And there's nothing that is more humbling than actually going out into the workforce with your degree and realizing no one cares about your degree. They care about what you've been paid to do already. So that showed me that means absolutely nothing at the end of the day. Naughty dog, sorry. She wants a snuggle. So it's not so much the degree. And for me, that was powerful. Once I realized it's not that. It's not my career. It's not what I do. It's not what I get paid. When my job situation changed a week before Christmas, I didn't fall apart, because I'm not what I did for a living. I'm not how much I made. I am my connections, my relationships. That was a big deal for me. There's my Aiden again. That was a big deal for me. You want to say hi?
Hi.
That was a big deal for me on Christmas, because Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, all of Christmas. I mean, this year I went out and I got myself a present, because it's really hard to explain to your kids. No, Mom was not actually a naughty person. Santa doesn't hate me. I just didn't get myself a Christmas gift, and so I have nothing to open. Because that's what happens when you're a single mom with no one on the horizon that is worth keeping. But with this year coming around, it was probably the best Christmas I've had in years. And it wasn't about the presents. Honestly, I had gotten a coffee mug filled with candy from my mom, which was epic because I needed that candy. Right, Mom? Right to my hips. For me, though, it wasn't about the presents. It was about the connections I had. It was about spending time with my sister and being at her house as we're making tamales, and she's sharing with me her stresses, her passions, her excitement. She's knitting a blanket, and I could hear the love being knit into that blanket for the family members that she was knitting them for. I could feel the love that was just between her and her husband. And it felt amazing. It was really, really great to be part of that, to witness it, to be in that. And then the next day having Christmas with my kids on my terms, where I wasn't overwrought and exhausted and doing stuff I didn't want to do because this is what tradition always said we had to do, but doing what was important to me, having breakfast with them where we were engaged and talking to each other, teaching them about giving and how good it feels to give rather than just receive. I mean, yes, they received everything they asked for Christmas, except for maybe a stun gun, because a 10-year-old really doesn't need a stun gun, but he would beg to differ. But the fact that they got everything they needed, they wanted, and then we're able to experience how amazing it feels to pick out something for their grandparents and give it to them and have them receive it with gratitude. Go ahead, honey.
Take care of it.
Sorry, momming here. To me, that was pretty special. And the next day, to have quiet, to have that time to recharge, to celebrate what Christmas means to me and the relationships I have, and then to spend the evening with friends. And there was the beauty of watching my friend set the table and her artistry, and that was pretty amazing to watch. It was great to see her be so creative on the fly like that, to be with her mom and her sister and her children, and to be trusted and surrounded by that love. Don't you dare throw knives at that. Put the butter knives back now. Now, it's cute, but no. No. Butter knives back where they go. Aiden, seriously? Go on. He likes the camera. Sorry. To be with my friends, though, to be able to pitch in and support and clean up, even if it was a very, very minimal way, to be able to snuggle babies and, oh, that baby smell, and know that I can give them back and sleep through the night. That was pretty amazing, too. To see the men that were there be engaged as dads, as role models, to be surrounded in life the way I was this Christmas. It was amazing. But to know that my value, that my worthiness comes from the connections I have, my relationships, my friends, my family, that was amazing. That was the gift that I didn't know I would receive. And I got more than I expected. And it was beautiful and it was amazing. So again, I say, no, you're worthy. You're not what you do. You're not what you make and what you can give to others. You're not what's in your bank account. You're not where you've been. You're who you are when you show yourself to others. You're the love that you offer to your family and friends and the strangers on the street. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've been stopped and told, you have a great smile, thank you for giving it to me. And that was free. And it didn't matter who I am or what I do. It was just a smile. And I mean, today you get me completely wearing glasses, no makeup, not a speck of makeup. Not even sure I got it all off when I washed my face last night or this morning, whenever it was I washed my face. Because that's the other thing. I'm not, my value isn't in what I look like. It's not in what my makeup looks like, what my face looks like, whether or not my skin is clear. My value is in who I am to you. It's not in what I look like to you. And it's not something that my looks, my value is not what I get to pay for being a female. Show up who you are, with what is in you, whether that is love, whether that is frustration, whether that is anger. If that's where you find your beauty, then offer it, because that's all anyone can get from you and be filled with. You're not a lasting impression if all you are is an ATM, because that comes and goes. Materialism, it's not something that can be held on to and valued. It's nice to have something that's shiny, but what I learned from my kids, it's when they walked away from Grandma's house with that huge hug, with that look of, Mom, they really liked what we got them, with them knowing that their value was in their generosity, not what they give, but how they gave. That was a lesson I needed. That was something that filled my cup. And I hope that in some ways, this video, this life that I get to live, is something that helps to fill yours. Have a Merry, Merry Christmas if you didn't already. It's not too late. Have an epic New Year. Do epic shit. Be remembered by how you love. And have a great day. Or week. Bye.